Welcome back to Vigor. It's your boy, Stealth Jet, leader of the JSS. We're going to hop right back into it on field hunting. And yes, there is teams. You see, I'm not afraid of teams. It's a matter of I can't be as stealthy because it's way harder to avoid six eyes and four eyes rather than two eyes. But granted, if I can pull off the trick of leading one team to another while running for my life, then that works. I believe I have maybe 3 examples of that on this channel. Maybe 4. But once you pull that off, you pretty much get away scot-free. Pretty much. Now, with all that being said, we spawn back here. And on my stream, I spawned back here one time on my stream, and a team came from the left, and another team came from the right. And I tell you, I died in 3 minutes. Purely because I was surrounded. So I do not like being up here. Because what's going to happen? Somebody's going to check the lookout. They're going to spot me looting this plane. And I'm going to get shot at. Right? But here's the thing. Whenever people have really good weapons, they tend to not go for POIs, points of interest, when they do have good weapons. So I feel relatively okay looting this plane out here in the open like this because, look, nobody's going for the lookout. Nobody's going for that lookout. So I'm like, maybe I can survive this. Maybe. And so I'm going to walk up here and try to get eyes on whatever the heck is going on. And check this. And that's an Uzi, and that's somebody aiming. And that was a tracer. So yes, that's definitely teams fighting up there. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just sit back and watch this, because y'all might enjoy what's going on up here. When I say y'all, I mean my wonderful YouTube audience. And yes, there is somebody right there. Well, am I going to take a shot? It will not be my best interest to. Remember, I'm the only solo in this entire lobby. The only solo, I believe. I could be wrong about that. So I want to make sure I keep as low profile as possible. And yeah, so I'm just going to watch them for a minute, see what's going on. And believe it or not, as I'm playing this game, I'm looking at that snowy mountain, the snow area, and I'm like, I see a whole lot of dots up there. Whole lot of dots. And those dots are people. I'm just going to sit back and I'm going to watch them for a minute. Maybe, one of them dies and whatnot. But then I get the idea. Let me actually play the game and explore the map. And look what I just found. A whole picture. Hooray. But, yeah, it's fierce up there. And I don't know why I'm still looking at these people. Literally, you see at the top of your screen, somebody has an airdrop. But yeah, it's mad fierce up there. And I just want to see what's happening. Because, if you can see people die, then you can automatically mark them off in the back of your head. And that's a gal. And, 4 other weapons firing as well. And here's the thing. If you have 2 different weapons, you can confuse everybody in the lobby. Because they'll think it's 2 different people fighting. No, it's just you with your secondary. Yeah, I know. The Vigor iceberg is very deep. Watch this. Yeah. That guy knows what he's doing. That guy knows what he's doing. And I'll tell you how he spotted me. Developers, I blame this squarely on you. When you have your weapon in your hands and not aiming with it, somehow, some way you give off glint. Somehow, some way. So I'm pretty sure that guy saw me aiming or with my M76 in my hands. But look, there's a whole nother team right there. And initially what I thought was the bullet that I dodged hit the airdrop carrier. You see, the airdrop down there is just a drop. And then somebody else picks it up. And that's not a team killer. If it was, we would know that. So either that's a whole suppressed weapon, or the airdrop's radiated and they died to radiation. The least likely option that could have happened is that the guy who shot at me hit the guy with the SVD. No, the guy who shot with the SVD hit the airdrop carrier. And you see I'm watching and I'm like, I could shred that bush right there. And I seen the guy in the bush. But it's a good thing I didn't shoot. Freaking MVP sitting right up there. And I'm like, if I kill you, that'll make me feel a whole lot better about my life in this game. Not even gonna lie to you. Removing your life would make mine easier. So I'm thinking about it. Then he pulls away and runs down that ridge. And I'm like, okay. Airdrop dude is still leaving the container. Maybe he's trying to loot the container and then leave. But then I hear footsteps. Rapidly approaching footsteps at that. And I'm like, bruh, they had to have killed each other up there. They had to. Like, there's nobody survived that encounter at the snowy area. But I'm not taking any chances. Not taking any chances at all. I'm getting the hell out of there. Yes, I don't have much loot. But I feel like this team is purely out for blood. So I'm going to place a transmitter right here in this bush. As a preemptive precautionary measure. And I'm going to keep going. And I believe it's right about here when I slow down and I'm like, okay, regain my senses, calm down, picture. But, airdrop carrier, but picture. And then whatever the hell that is just went off. I don't know what that is. That can't be MGV. It sounds too heavy to be an MGV. Y'all, let me know what that weapon is in the comment section because I don't know what that is. And so I'm running and take a pause here and I'll look. The airdrop carrier is behind that ridge, behind that mountain. And there is the same SVD guy who missed me by an inch earlier. And crows just went off. And you see, I'm looking and I'm like, this guy's standing up. Well, he's not standing up. He's on one knee on a rock aiming at the airdrop carrier. And that guy's fighting for his life. Those are gunshots of desperation. Like, get away from me so I can survive kind of gunshots. And you see I'm looking up here. And he's shooting at the airdrop carrier. And I'm like, what if I hit him? But I decide it's best not to even fire. Because I feel like he's going to die by the airdrop carrier. But this guy saw me aiming at him. He took a pause from shooting that guy, checked his surroundings, and seen me aiming at him. And that is his buddy. He's telling his buddy that, yo, I'm getting aimed at from that bush. Fire at that bush. And, yeah. The presence of skill. And he's still shooting at that bush because he thinks I'm there. They're both shooting at that bush because they think I'm there. And here comes the plane. Okay, real airdrop inbound, real airdrop hours. Okay, that's cool. As I'm running away, I think, where's the airdrop carrier? Right there. Well, if you want to make yourself a target out here in the open, why not try to see if I can hunt you down? Because he ran away from the real killers. But then there's me. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry to tell you this, but I did kill him. It was a prone, no-scope, shot in the back kind of thing. But I couldn't get it in time. I couldn't record it in time. So, don't worry. I'm going to show you proof as we leave the game here. But I killed him. And I'm going to get this airdrop. Yes, it sucks I didn't get that buried cache. Yes, it does. But I got a whole VSS. Let's go. And I'm sorry, again, that I missed that shot. But he was literally running away from me and I didn't have time to hit the record button. It was either record or miss my shot. So, there's that. And as I'm leaving out of here, I'm like, bro, I should have died. I should have died. You see, if you have two people who can communicate and still be like 500 meters away from each other, that's some skill right there. I can't. Yo, those guys, at least one of them, deserve to be a threat because they made it from the top of the map, pretty much the top of the map, the snowy area, and ran all the way down to the farm and try to take out myself along with the airdrop carrier. That's crazy. And another thing too, that was 5.6k XP. And I only killed one person. And I got all of their loot. I didn't take anything. So what does that tell you? Playing it safe until it's absolutely the correct play to not play it safe shows you that it's the right thing to do, really. It's the right thing to do. I could have taken shots this game. I could have. But would I have been alive afterwards? Would I have got the airdrop? Discretion can be the better form of valor. Aggression can also be the better form of valor. It's only a matter of timing. When I seen that airdrop carrier by himself, running across that pond, I'm like, yes, now's the time. He has no cover, and I've isolated him. Oh yeah, he isolated himself, rather. And that's only because he was running away from the true killers. That duo that I was watching at the top of the map. And so, I hope you all have enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Until next time, peace.